coming off a great 2009 season where you guys go 27-3 and run through the conference, perfect 16-0. You come into this season with pretty high expectations, picked first in one poll, second in the other, and I don't know if that's good or bad for you guys, but how do you feel coming into this season and trying to come back off a season like you had last year?
You know, first of all, with the polls, we're very proud to be picked that high. 4 years ago, we were picked dead last coming into the league. So, you know, I think a lot of time polls go off of what you did the year before, and of course it has a little bit to do with who you have coming back. So, you know, again, we want to be first at the end of the year, which, you know, every coach would say that. But it just shows where this program's come in a short amount of time. So we're proud that at this point we're getting picked by sports information directors to be first, coaches second. You know, Texas State has a very good team this year, so to be picked in the same class with them by fellow coaches and SIDs is an honor. We look at this as a totally different season. What we did last year was a lot of fun. And, you know, closing out 2008 with a 6-game conference winning streak, then coming and doing 16 last year, so now we've got 22 in a row. There's a huge target on our back, and we've already talked about that. Every conference team will want to beat us. The fact that we've been picked so high, what we did the last year, all of it just adds together to, you know, it's going to be really competitive for us, and we're going to have to bring our best game every time on the floor, not only in season but preseason too. These teams know who we are now.
Last season you accomplished all that you did, but then because of the transition, your season comes to an abrupt end at the end of the conference year. This year, you're eligible for postseason play. How much of an added motivational tool is that for you and your team?
Oh, it's a lot. And in fact, it comes at a very good time. 16-0 the year before, you know, we can kind of change a little bit of focus and say, hey, we don't have to run the table. Of course, that's our goal, is to win the whole thing in regular season to have a great seeding. But there's a lot there at the end of the tunnel. Our goal is to finish with as high of a seed as possible, get in that tournament for the first time, and see what it's like. I mean, and our goal is to win it. You know, we feel like we've got the players coming back and the freshmen stepping up that we're going to have a good shot when that time of the year comes around.
Talking about your personnel, you lose 4 seniors off of last year's team, including Robin Smith, one of the best to ever be in this program, and then 2 other really experienced hitters in Amika and Every. How do you replace those players?
Well, you know, those girls are irreplaceable from a standpoint of the commitment that they've made over the last 4 years. They never got to play in the playoffs, took this program from a mediocre Southland school to a championship caliber program. And what we're going to try to do is just fill in the gaps the best that we can, get some experience in those positions. Most of those positions will probably be filled with inexperience. Robin's position is going to be filled with true freshmen. Every's position is going to be filled by a true freshman. Amika's position, because of injury right now, is going to be filled by a true freshman. So these girls are getting in the deep water fast, and you know, to expect them to be as good as those seniors were after they played for 4 years would probably be putting too big of a burden on them and probably be too high of expectations. But with the players we have coming back surrounding them, I think we're going to have some time to let them mature and grow.